Hi everyone, it's Liz from Crafting with Nani. If you see that red live button, that means we're live. And if it's not live, that's okay. If you can just hit the hashtag replay, then I'll know that you're watching. I'm just gonna see if I can find me on my laptop. So that way, in case I lose comments, I can find me. Oh, there I am, look at that. Let me get rid of my volume. Oh, where's my volume? There's my volume. So, hi Linda Martin, how are you? Thank you for coming on. I think you're the first one today. So how is your Monday? Did you have a good weekend? Hope so. We had a fairly good weekend. My daughter cooked dinner last night, so I didn't have to cook. Hi Barbara, how are you? This morning, or I guess it's afternoon, huh? We went and worked out this morning, and look at my daughter got me from Paris. Well, I think she actually got it for her, but then she gave it to me. Hi, Linda Jeremiah. Thank you for coming. So, yeah, they had a layover in Paris, so she brought a t-shirt back for her. Hi, Rebecca. Thank you for coming in. So we're going to work on I think we started this in the Journal Pals, and I didn't get very far, so I got the 2 signatures sewed in. This is the fabric that Jimmy Lou, sends out, and I went with a hippie theme from the printables I used came from Lisa Siegel's, and her page is Vintage Roots. Digital designs, and so you can get all of the printables from her. It's on her page. Hi Mary, thank you for coming in, and I hope that I can do this book justice, because I was laying there after I made it and I said, man, did I already make it's already chubby and we haven't even decorated it yet. Why'd you guys let me get so carried away with all the pages? Hi Carol, how are you? But yeah, there's like 20 something pages in the first signature, and there's like 20 pages in the second one, so we're gonna have to really be mindful of not doing, or this thing's not gonna close. So might have to pull some pages out, maybe, I don't know. So let's get busy, because it's gonna take me forever to do, but I am excited about it. Because I am a product of the well, I was born in the 50s, but I was born very late. So and then I just wanted to say that I thought Carol had sent me this paper here, but it was Debbie. So she sent these 2 tie-dyed papers that we put in there. So I just want to get the record straight who sent that. So let's get going, because I have really no, I just don't know what I'm going to do. Hi, Penny. Hi, Cruz. How are you? Hi, Carol. So I'm going to turn the camera down so you guys can see better to what I'm actually crafting instead of just seeing me. I hope that's okay. I'll look in a second on my computer to see if you can see everything. So all I've done really is basically looked through all of my goodies for anything that kind of reminds me. Hi Sue, how are you? Like that reminds me of the hippie age, and that's pretty much all I've really done is gathered little things, bits and bobs and stuff. And I was playing with colored paper over the weekend. And has anybody ever taken, this paper was green to start with, and then I took a little bit of bleach and put it in a spray bottle with water, and then I laid a stencil over it, and it turned out, I mean, it worked within seconds. I can't believe how fast that bleached out the paper. So that's kind of what I played with over the weekend, and I did it in my bathtub because I was like, I don't know what's gonna happen. All I did was fold that up into the, the 2 mountain folds, but it turned out fun. I did that one, and then I did, this was a purple or like a lavender color paper, and I just laid a stencil over it, and I gave it a couple of squirts with the bleach, and as you can see, it bleached out. This is where it ran off, so it bleached out fast. I mean, within like 2-3 seconds, it did its job. And I wasn't really prepared for it to bleach that fast. So I'm going to do it again, but I think I'll do it at, have my setup a little bit better. So, but yeah, it was fun. It was, and then I had to hang them up to dry. So then I hung them up on my blinds to dry. That's what I did over the weekend, was just kind of played with little pictures and stuff like that. And then Sunday I woke up. Last week I choked on a piece of food, and I kind of knew, because I was a respiratory therapist, and I thought, oh, this is not going to be good, because I could feel it go into my lung. And I thought, and then I kind of wasn't feeling too bad. So I thought, well, maybe it didn't. And then I woke up yesterday morning feeling pretty bad. And I actually took a couple of naps yesterday, so I was thankful that my daughter made dinner, so I didn't have to cook. But I feel better today. We went and worked out. And look what else I found. Somebody had gifted me these, and I thought, I'm going to wear them, but I'm going to try and figure out how to put them inside of the book, because if that ain't hippie, I don't know what is. So, so I don't know if it's just telling me everybody's watching, so I don't know if my comments have decided to stop working or not. But, so let's get going on crafting. So like this was the paper, like the colored paper that I bleached. Obviously I didn't bleach this one, but this paper bleaches really fast. So let's see what we're gonna put on this page. Like I said, I really don't have a total, I don't have a map, you know, like what I'm doing. I did get some of these cute covers that go over CDs, and I just measured it out and made like a template to have, so I can cover that. So I think we'll cover that, and we're gonna make like a little shaker, and we can put that in there. So let's do that. And so all I did was take a blank one, and I put it down on my table, not on this because I needed something soft. And then I just took my where's my tool? I took one of those scoring tools, and I just kind of scored around it so I could get the circle out. And then I cut the paper. But that seems like the easiest way to get my paper to go in the circle. Hi Barb, how are you? Peace, yes, peace sign. It's so cool. But I thought this would be fun to do. And I just had some music paper, so I think we'll glue that on. And the guys are working on stretching fence lines, so I don't know if you can hear that banging going on or not. And then I found some itty bitty tiny beads that I think we'll use as a shaker. These ones are like little clear glass ones, but I think we'll put some of these itty bitty beads in the shaker. I wish I had some little tiny peace signs, but I don't have them. So, but we can do that, because I've never really made one from one of these before, and I think it'll be cute on there. So I say let's do it. But I think I want something in the background that's not, you know, that's like her. I'm thinking of cutting her out and putting her inside so we see her face inside. Hi Sandy, thank you for coming in. Thank you if anybody's kicked out my cow patties. It's appreciated. So let's try and see if we can get her inside of this. So I'm just gonna line it up to where I know it's gonna fit. And we'll hope my score tool is gonna work today, or my cutting board. I might have to invest in a new board soon. I do have another one, and I should just get it out and use it. And have it ready anyways. So I'm just gonna take off the white here. So I hope everybody had a really cool weekend. I'm getting it. Hi Maritza, thank you for coming in. How was your weekend? my daughter, you know, she came back from her trip, and we finally went back and started exercising. So we did the whole 100-degree yoga workout today. So this has still got to come off on the bottom. And let's take a little bit off the bottom. And we'll see if we can stick her down inside of her. And I just kind of want the background to just look kind of cool. If I would take just a smidge more off, it'll slide in just a little bit better. Don't be doing that to me. So, what is everybody making for dinner tonight? We're coming up with, my husband got this idea. It's called the poor man's prime rib. I'll let you know how it comes out. I bought a roast a couple weeks ago when it was on sale. Or he actually bought it. And it starts off with the oven at 500 degrees. So if you hear my smoke detectors go off, you'll know why. You're having salad. I do like salad in the summertime. I had macaroni salad for lunch. But anyways, we're making that. And I guess you cook it, you start at 500 degrees, but then as soon as you put the meat in, you turn it down to 475. And then you let it cook, I think he said, I don't know how many minutes per pound. So that's going to be cute on there, I think. And then we'll add some beads and then it'll be like a shaker. So I think that'll be cute. Let me get my book back over. But I don't know. I don't know if it's going to turn out all right or not. So I hope so. Because meat's so expensive. And I think it's funny because we live in Texas and we have a cattle ranch, and we're buying meat. But the cattle that we have on the ranch is, we're not eating it. I think my daughter and my son-in-law had one of them butchered. But hi Debbie, hi Becky, how are you feeling? Hope everything's going good. And Debbie, thank you for coming in. Linda Fletcher, thank you for coming in. And somebody said hi to Janet, so let's see. I missed Janet coming in. So let's see. Is that my Aunt Janet? No, it's Janet Tomlinson. Hi, thank you for coming in. I missed you. So let's see. What do I want to do first? I want to glue this edge on. And it really doesn't matter which side of the music because it's most of the song is missing anyways. I think that's the way it goes. So I'm just going to add glue to the, and I'm trying to decide, do I want it to be a side tuck? No, it's not going to because we're making it in a shaker, right? So it should just go in a belly band then. I don't know. I've not really made very many shakers. Let me just glue all the way around. And boy, it's a warm one in Texas today. My girlfriend, she lives in Missouri, and yesterday she said it was gorgeous there, and she actually had to put like a robe on in the morning to have her coffee because it was a little chilly, and I thought, oh, I don't know what that feels like. I want it to be chilly here. I mean, I don't like it cold, but once it starts getting late August to me, I'm like, I am done with summer and I need some fall. But it's going to be 100 today and humid. So I did miss a little bit right here. So I think I'm just going to grunge it up a little bit just so you don't really notice it too much. And we'll just grunge up that paper a little bit. And that looks better anyways, grunged, I think. So All right, so on the inside of it, I don't know, I think since I'm gonna leave it in a belly band, I wonder if I should cover the back so you don't see it, because it does have this hole. So let me find a piece of paper that we can cover the back with. And, I do like this pad of paper. It's an 8x8 pad, and it's Park Lane, but it just has a nice variety of, you know, maps and different kind of papers that you can just use for decoration. So I think I will measure this. Let's measure. So this is just slightly under 5 inches. Just slightly under 5 inches. And we can use part of that for the belly band too. Is it square? Oh, let's go this way. Yep, it is square, I think. 5 inches square. I wonder if I want the postcard side of it. But my daughter, you know, she went on this nice trip, and she brought me back a box full of goodies, and I can't wait to, hey, what are you doing? I can't wait to decorate. Okay, so what I'm going to have to do is to put our shaker stuff in. I think I'm going to have to put it in first, then glue it down, and then put this over the top. So that's what we're going to do. 84, that would be nice too. 84 is good. I could live 113. You win, Carol. You got to be in Arizona or New Mexico. I think you are in Arizona, right? Or my son is like in Parker, Arizona area, and those are the only kind of numbers. That in Vegas. I lived in Vegas too one time. Well, my family lived in Vegas most of my life. But they're all, oh man, look at that. I don't know if we're going to be able to use this one. I don't know. Let me see if I can get this out. This was old, and that cork was, oh, that's not fun. Not only that, it's made out of glass. Woo. That's going to be fun to clean up. This was old. So we're going to put it in there. I don't know how much we need, but that's kind of cool. I don't know where it's sneaking out at. All right. Well, I might as well put it all in there because it's broken. So there we go. I have to be careful the dogs don't get that. So let's close it up. Let's see, I got a message from Carol. The scrapbook book I got this from Ollie's for $1.99. Can you believe it? $1.99 for all of this. But I got it like 3 weeks ago, and I went to Ollie's today, and they didn't have it. But I did get a cute book from Ollie's today, but it wasn't nearly as big. But this book was Park Lane, and Ollie's carries Park Lane's stuff. So go grab some stuff from your Ollie's if you have one. And I'm going to go ahead and glue this shut just because I don't want all those beads coming out on anybody. And then I'm just making sure. I'm going to have to clean that board off. But yeah, we went to Ollie's today, and the only thing that they had, we got these little stickers, and I think they were like 50 cents. And I got a little tiny thin pad of paper for $1.99. And then they had some envelopes that I got. But Ollie's is a hit and a miss, I think. They had a lot of single sheet papers, but they weren't like a single sheet paper that I would buy, you know, that I wanted. So you just have to like check it out. So I'm gonna have to take this and get all of those beads off of here. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to vacuum. I need to vacuum this room. So that was not too bad of a mess, but it was a mess. So I made this shaker. It's kind of cute. And I might add a little bit. Oh, I got that off just a little bit there. So let me just trim this a little bit. And you know what I have really cute is some ribbon over here. And I think it might be cute to add that ribbon around. So somebody gifted this to me in a Happy Mail. And I think that might be kind of cute around the edges. What do you think? Because it's got those little beads and stuff. I think that might be cute. Hi, Jamie. How are you? Hi, April. How are you today? What's you up to? So I think that's what we'll do. We'll make it a total cute little... and after I get it glued on there, I'll pull the edge so it'll be all frayed. And I was going to do that on I had it out to do it on a tag, but we might as well do it on this too, since it's here. And I think it would look really, I'm just thinking I might want to do it to the back and glue that to the back, and it'll have fringe around it. So that's what I'm going to do. Let me get my other scissors, and I'll just cut this right here. And then we'll glue that on. And then the beads, because it has beads in it, and I think it'll look super cute. I think it will, I think it will. So all I'm gonna do is add fabric tack. Hi, Roberta, thank you for coming in and watching. How was your weekend? So I'm just gonna add the fabric tack to this part of the ribbon, or whatever you want to call this. I guess it's a trim. And then I'll lay that on it. I think that's the easiest way to do it. I wish I had some tapestry, because I know tapestry was so big in that day and age, but I don't have any. So I had my husband look online, see if he could find some cute ephemera for me. But he didn't really find anything not too much different than what I already had from Lisa. So I didn't print it out yet. But that's going to be cute once I take it to where it's fringed, I think. I think. So I think we'll go ahead and we'll do that all the way around. And it will be cute. Now the only thing is, do I want it to go all the way or squared up? I guess squared up. You're watching with the grandbabies? Oh, grandbabies is the best. We had my two littlest great grandkids. Well, no, that's not true too, because I do have a little one that's in Arizona. But the two little ones that live on the ranch were at my daughter's house last night for dinner, and Briggs, he's 5 months old, and he's just now getting to eat like some food, and he had sweet potatoes, and it was so cute because, you know, those days of when you have to, like, they eat with just a diaper on because they get food, you know, everywhere kind of deal. And I thought, oh, I don't miss those days. But since I'm a great grandma, I don't really have to do anything because his grandma was there. I'm just the great grandma, so. Well, his mom was there, so I really didn't have to do anything. So that's going to be super cute, I think. Kind of hippie-ish, you know. What do you guys think? You think it's hippie-ish enough? But somebody sent me stars. Thank you, Linda Fletcher, for the stars. That was so sweet of you. It's not necessary, but that was so sweet. Thank you. I'm still shocked about the star stuff, though. I got to figure out something to. Like, you get a cow patty for giving me a star, and you get a cow patty, and there's a cow right there. Would you like a Wagyu beef? No. How about a Wagyu? I'm seeing Wagyu laying outside my window right now, so. But we have all kinds of little babies out there right now. But the majority of the cows are actually on another 400 acres down the road. They're not actually on the ranch with us. We just have, I think there's maybe 75 to 100 cows here. Maybe, if you count the babies. They never stay still long enough to really get a good count. Once you start counting them, then they move. Your grandson's name is Briggs? My great-grandson is Brigham. It's like the college, Brigham. But they call him Briggsy. And then my other granddaughter, great-granddaughter that lives here on the ranch, her name is Remington. And then I have a Connor, and I have a Johnny Ray, which is a girl, and I have Jackson, and I have Jordan. And that's all the greats I have right now. 6 of them, but I'm, gosh, 6 is a lot when you have to start remembering who they are. Flip it over. Flip what over? Oh, that thing. Yeah, I know. I was measuring it. Thank you. But it really needs to dry. It's sure taking a long time to dry because I keep moving it. But I want to cut off the fray on the bottom. And the bead keeps getting in my way. So I think that's going to be so cute. So let's see if we can pull the bottom, because see how it's sewn down there, and if you cut that, then it'll be like more hippie-ish. What do I call it? So, let me see if I can cut it. I know you can pull it, but I'm afraid if I pull it, with it not being so dry, it might just pull it right off. I think it's cute. Cute, cute, cute. See, this is the kind of stuff I love making because I've made so much stuff for drama, like for when we were putting on shows and variety shows and stuff. And I loved making all that good stuff. So look how cute that is with the fringe. That is adorable. Adorable. And you know what I have in my bag of tricks over there is a pair of jeans that were from the 70s. And I should pull it out and try to use it in here, but I'm afraid that it will, I'm almost afraid to tear it apart because it's from the 70s, And they have lace, they lace up the side of the jeans. I'm kind of saving them in case I need to go to a hippie party or something like that, or a costume. And I can wear them as a costume. Thank you, Cruz. Rad, it is radical, isn't it? It's so boss. and it's fuzzy and it's everywhere. But we don't mind because we're having fun. We are just having fun with it. I think I even had a piece of tapestry hanging on my wall when I was a kid. All right, there we go. I think that turned out totally awesome. Totally cool. So this one little bead though wants to hang to the back. So I think we will, I'm thinking it should go in a belly band so it could come out, whoever gets this book. And you know, whoever buys this book, a portion of it will be going to my charity. So I think it would be better off in here in a belly band, don't you guys think? So that way you could pull it out and shake it. Because if I glued it on there, the only way to shake it is to just, you know, push it back and forth. So I have a piece of vellum that I could put right here. Let's see if I have a clearer one that doesn't hide her face. And we can just put that and then we can slide it in and out, don't you think? I'm seeing hearts go up, so I think you guys are agreeing with let's do that. Because I don't want to lose her face. And I think I'll even move the belly band off center just so that way it doesn't cover her face up. So we'll put this clear one on, and I think that'll be super rad, super cool, super, super cool. So we'll do that, and I think I'm gonna use, because it is vellum, I'm gonna use my other glue, the glitter glue, because it will dry clear. And I'm just gonna put a little bit on the edge here and a little bit on the bottom. Hi, Cindy. Thank you. Hopefully you guys like this book as much as I do. So if anybody wants the book, it's gonna be $65. And you just have to message me or put in your comments that you want it. And the first person that I see that wants it will get it. So let's just let that sit for just a half a second before I shove that other thing under it. But that was such a cute idea to do. You know, I wish the next time if I do another one, I think because of the way I think it would be cute to cover, you know, that with the paper and have that like sandwiched under there. That probably would have been cute. But for right now, I think it's just perfect, and we'll slide that in. And I think it's adorable. And we'll just move on. And then I had made this pocket a couple weeks ago, and to make this, it's really just 2 pieces of paper, and it's just slide it over just a little bit, and then you can fold it wherever you want to fold it to make these pockets. And then I just have that so I have it sent in there. If you want me to make one of those, hit the hearts button and I'll make one for you guys and you can see how it's made. But I think everybody's probably made them before. But look at that, this is super cool. And I think when it dries, or when I'm done, I will add the jewel drops, the Nuvo drops to this, and it will make it shiny. But if we did it right now, then we'd have to be done because it has to sit. So, but I think I'm gonna do that. Uh-oh, what's going on? Flashback. Yeah, lots of flashbacks. we are definitely having lots of flashbacks. So now we have this cute pink paper. And So does anybody want to see how I made the, let's see, we can make it with this maps. They don't have to be the same. But I have two that are the same. So is this going to fit? So we're going to have to cut it down because it's going to be it's 8 inches. So it should fit in the book, but I might have to trim it down. So to make this pocket, okay, we're going to do it right now. Okay. Yes. Oh, I could, yeah. So you're going to take the papers, and you don't have to have it double-sided. It would be nice that you don't have this white, but it doesn't need to be double-sided. So all you're going to do is line up your papers to where it's like almost an inch outside of both sides. See how I have it like right here? And let's see if it is an inch. So it is an inch. So that was pretty good on my part. So we have an inch on the top and we have an inch on the bottom. And all I'm doing is tapping it down so that the paper is lined up. And we're just going to lift one page, and all we're going to do is glue from this edge. My glue don't want to come out. So we're going to take it from that inch. We're not going to glue past it. And we're just going to take it all the way across. And then we're going to put that down. So you don't want to put glue here. You're only gluing from this point to this point. So the white part does not have any glue. And then we're going to glue the other side. And this is really good to have like mass made. You know, if you wanted to put a couple of them, if you had some really cute papers. Like I said, you don't have to have it, it doesn't have to be double-sided. I mean, it makes it nice to where you don't see the white, but it's not necessary. So that is really it when it comes to gluing. So now you can fold this any way you want. You can fold it to where this lines up another inch. So there would be an inch in between it. And then you can crease it right here. And you have a pocket here, a pocket here, a pocket here, and you could have a pocket behind it. Or you can take this like this and make a bunch of them and have them saved away. And then when you're building your signatures, you can just slide it in and sew it into your journals. And then you would see this part, you know, on one side of the journal and this part on the other side of the journal. So it is kind of cute. And then we can notch it. And I suggest that notching it probably before you have it all glued together, you know, or would have probably been easier to do, just because you could have notched all 4 papers at the same time if you wanted your notches to be exactly lined up. But I didn't think about it until now, so I'm just going to notch the white part so you kind of know that that's a pocket. And then we'll see if we have to cut it down any to fit in here. And we can add it to one of the pages in here. We can add it right here on this brown paper. And we could, we might be able to do it like that. Well, it doesn't really look that good that way though. I was gonna say, if it wasn't that you had writing on here, you could actually wrap it around a page and then just glue it at that page, and you could have pockets on this side, but this side's a little too long for this journal. But if we made it smaller, we could have done that. But I think what I'll do is I'll just add it as pockets right here, and we'll leave it like that. So to do that, all I'm going to do is put a little bit of glue down on 3 sides. So that way the back is a pocket as well. And it's probably not necessary to put on the spine, but I am just going to put a little bit of glue on the spine. And we'll just tuck it in right here. And it kind of goes with those postcards that are next to it. And then right now it flips open. And you can leave it that way. You don't have to glue this down. You can leave it as an open spot right there. Or you can glue down right here and make it, you know, the 4 pockets. Well, actually it'd be 5 pockets. It's 1, 2, 3, no, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 pockets. Or we can leave it floating. And I kind of like it floating, to be truthful. So I'm going to leave mine as a floater. And I think it looks neat that way. What would be cute if you... Yep, you could rip the papers as well. That would be super cute. And we might do that on another page over here, because I want to do something with this pink. Where is my hand? I need my hand. I need my helping hand. I don't know where it is on my desk. Oh, here it is. I found it. I found my hand. So let's just do that. And let's find another one of those. Actually, this page was left over. And I think we're going to do that. We're going to, we're just going to, well, I'm going to get rid of this white off the top. And then we're going to rip it and put it on there. That would be super rad. So I think I'm actually going to take off this white because I don't want any of that white showing either. And we will just take the paper and we're just going to like rip it. And then we'll take that and I'll glue that up here. And let me get some Distress Oxide and we'll distress it a little bit. And we'll make it like a pocket. And I'm using Scorched Timber from Ranger. We got to figure out where we're going to put these beads in here too, because I would like to have the beads go with the journal. But I think I'm going to do that, but I'm going to leave it open so it can be a tuck. So let's glue this one on. Hi, Deb. Thank you for coming in. And Jamie. Thanks, everybody. So what was your favorite era? You know, was it the hippie ages? Was it the 70s? Was it the 80s? I loved 80s rock and roll. Like, I don't even know if it was, it's not really hard rock, but it was just rock, you know, like love songs and all that kind of stuff. Because my husband, he was a musician. He's 83. He doesn't play anymore. But he, I want to get these 2 hippies down here. So I'm going to rip off some more. And I'll use that part that I'm ripping off for something else. It won't go to waste. But he was in a band in the 80s. And he played top, you know, what they call a top 20. And he played he played in 2 different clubs. And I like that. So let's do that. So let me score this or cut that so it's straight up. But I love the 80s music when he used to play, you know, like, he played them all, so I can't even name them all because there were so many. So, he had an awesome singer in the band, and he was great. Well, there was a girl and a guy, and they were great. But they played a lot of the Boss, you know, kind of music and stuff, and like Dancing in the Dark, and oh, that was my favorite song that they played. But you like the 60s? You were climbing trees. Yeah, the 60s were okay. Like the 60s were probably the roughest part of my life. But I liked the 70s. My son was born in 1973, and my daughter was born in 76. And I forgot to ink this. Let me throw some ink on the white. But when it came to music, I was the youngest, and my brother liked, like the Doors and all that kind of music, and the Stones, and then the Beatles came out, and I wasn't a big Beatles fan. To be truthful with you, I didn't really care for the Beatles that much until I got older. I wasn't like screaming for the Beatles. But I did like Bob Dylan and all that kind of stuff, and I liked that kind of music. I liked Billy Joel, and I liked the Cars, the band The Cars. Oh, that was one of my favorite groups, The Cars. They had some really neat music. But that was like the 80s music. So how's our time going? Oh, we only have 15 minutes left. Oh my goodness. So I do have some of these cute flowers. Remember when they would wear them as headbands and stuff? So I've been using some of that, and then I picked up, like I said, I picked up these at Ollie's, so we can see if there's a place to find it. Ooh, it's warm in here. And then I made these napkins. I didn't make the napkin, I just put it on the index card. And so I wanted to use that in there. And that's basically what I got this ribbon out for, was to add to the bottom of this tag. But we used it in a whole different way. And then I grabbed a bunch of like Volkswagens and guitars and cute stuff. And let's see if we can find a place to put that. Oh, I just love this. Love it. We have this cute little doily over here. I think that guitar would be super cute on it. It's just a paper doily, and I think the guitar would look really kind of cool with her on this side and the guitar over here. So let's just put that on. Cars, yep, Drive. I loved it. The Cars were good. I'm telling you, they were a good band. And you know who else shocked me? Was Boy George. My goodness gracious. That man could harmonize. I mean, he could sing a cappella like no other person I've ever heard. I'm not saying he turned out to be, I didn't want to put that glue on the handle on that part. So I'm just wiping that off because I want to be able to get behind it. But Boy George, like Come and Camellia or something like that. I could have listened to that song like 100. I probably did listen to it 100 times in a row back in the day. So I want to do another belly band real quick. I just need to find let's do it on this page. I trimmed out a bunch of these daisies. I had this punch. So I want to make a belly band with these flowers. But we do need to find a piece that we can use to put it on with. And so let's find a piece of paper. Let's find a piece of paper on my desk. I wonder if that, okay, so that's going to be long enough to do it with. So I just need to trim it down because I only want the belly band to be maybe, let's see, how wide are these? These are like 2 inches. So I only want it to be like an inch and a half because I don't really want to see the belly band behind it when it comes down to it. So we're gonna glue these onto here first, and then we'll glue the belly band on. So all I did was take some cardstock paper that was kind of damaged. It came to me like it was wet. So I'm just gonna take those and glue them on, and we'll see how many we need. And we'll put those flowers on there. If we need to get more, I can get more out. And I think even though you can see a little bit of the yellow behind it, this offset color, I think it goes really good with it. A tassel. Oh, we do need to make a tassel. I can make a tassel. That one has too much of the same color, so I'm just kind of moving the colors around a little bit. And since they did come from the same paper pack, they're all going to have the same colors in them. But the paper pack itself was kind of warped. It, somehow it got some rain in it. I don't know where. But it got rained on. Somewhere in the mail system, it got a little wet. But that's going to be a cute belly band. Still have a few more of them, so hopefully here's some more. So, and I do have this flat one. I think I'll put under it because I missed when I did it, but I don't want to lose it, so I think I'll use it. But see how that paper's so warped? It, you know, the whole little pack that I bought was warped like that. So. But I figured I could do something with it, and I didn't pay a lot for it. It cost me more money to send it back than it would to get. I probably could have taken an iron to it and dried it, but let's see. I kind of like that purple. Or do I like this one? What did I do with the purple one? Oh, here it is. So we'll use this purple one. And make that cute little belly band. And then I got this peace sign. This came, and that might be cute on it. So let me grunge up the peace sign. And we'll grunge it up so you don't see all that white. And it looks like it's made from like that tapestry papers and stuff. So that's kind of cute there. And this stuff has a couple of the leaves, and I don't want to get kicked off of Facebook, so I'm not putting those leaves on the page. So, oh yes, shaggy carpet. Oh, you know what is so cool too is a friend of mine, actually her birthday is today. Her brother had a van, and inside of his van he had a waterbed. And we would drive around in that van, and that waterbed would slosh back and forth back in the back. Oh my goodness, talk about some fun times. Those were fun times, driving around in a van with a waterbed in it. But yeah, the warpness gives it some style. So, but that turned out cute. I like that, and then we find something to put under it, you know, like this. There's a van that we can stick behind it. We can have the Volkswagen bus behind it. But find something else to put behind there. But I just, and actually I made this into a pocket on this side. So we could put the Volkswagen in there if we wanted to. And then this was a cute page I had, and I took this page, and all I did was when I put it in there, I do have a paper clip holding it, and I had this pack of papers. It's just a book, and inside the book it's got this cute writing paper. So, and just reminded me, you know, kind of the flowers, you know, and stuff that we'd have drawn in those days. And so I just put some of that glue down on here, and I left this side open so you can journal here, and then you have a whole journal page right there. And then the way I kept it closed was I just took one of Tim Holtz's little paper clips, and I just put that on it. And I might take something and add off, like some charms or something to add onto that. But that was cute. And then, like I said, these printables that Lisa made, are so cute. So I don't want to do anything really with those. And then this was from Bulgaria. My daughter brought us these bags back. So we can add something cute to that. And we'll just glue that on. Ooh. Apparently I printed it on both sides. So we'll just add that on to this Bulgaria. And that'll be cute there. We can find something to put on this side. Here's another Volkswagen. I don't want that though. Oh, I do like this lady's face with the sun. So I think we'll add that to this side. And I think this journal's going to take me a few weeks to do because it is got so many pages in it. And tomorrow I will be starting us off on an event with the Junk Journaling Jamboree. And I start it at 10 o'clock Central Time. It starts at 11 Eastern Time. And so I hope you guys can join us tomorrow on that event. That'll be fun. And then I used that same paper to cover the back of this one and made a pocket out of it. So we can add something cute on this page. But that doesn't really go very well with it. Let's see if this Volkswagen, we can make it a tuck spot and put the Volkswagen here. It's going to be, I think it's going to be an adorable little book. So tomorrow's book I'm working on is the friendship journal that we're doing. And I did Huckleberry Hound. And I don't know if you guys remember the first, this will be part 2 of the Huckleberry Hound. So if you guys can come back and watch tomorrow, that'll be fun. And then on Thursday, I'm going to have my lace sale at 10 o'clock. I've been out dyeing new lace, so that's fun. And then Friday, we'll work on this book again. So I think it's going to be adorable. I really do. And I haven't even gotten through a dent of the stuff I put on my desk to work on today. So we got a place that we can put this. Oh, we never did glue it. Did I glue it? Yeah, I did glue that. We have this pocket I can put right here. I wanted to put it this way, have a tuck and a tuck, so I'm going to glue it in this direction. And I'm just going to glue it on the back, on the parts, and then that way there'll be tuck spots in the back too. We do have to glue it shut though. So this was just simply the 2 mountain pockets, you know, where you make the 2 mountain peaks. So now we have a pocket here, and a pocket here, and a pocket there, and a pocket in the back. And that's kind of fun, and we can decorate that. And I don't use a lot of washi tape, but I did have a lot of washi tape that kind of was, you know, hippie-ish. Like these mushrooms, you know, all the magic mushrooms. But those might not have come out until the late 70s or the 80s, huh? But this is kind of cute, so we can add that. And I think I will add a little bit of glue to it though, because what I hear is that washi tape's glue does not last as long, you know, as other glues. So I'm just going to spread a little bit of glue down just to give it a little bit more stability. But I like the mushrooms. It's cute. It's got a little fairy house. So we can add that just to give it some more color. Hi, Michelle. Thank you for coming. So I am going to bring you guys back up and take these glasses off. They're hurting my head. And I think I'm loving this book. Oops, what did I do to my hair? No. But it's going to be adorable when it's done. And I love this little cute little shaker that we made. And it really just, I think we'll try and use this fringe again somewhere in the book on the second signature. And that'll be cute. It'll tie it together, you know, the second signature with the front. So we'll have to figure out something else to put in the back. But it's going to be so stinking cute. It's just going to be cute. So I just want to thank everybody for joining me today. And I will see you guys tomorrow at 10 o'clock Central Time, 11 o'clock Eastern Time, depending on who you see and it's putting this ad out for tomorrow. I always post everything in Central Time. So, which might confuse some people, but I live in the Central Time. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Let's see, I got another message from Carol. Yep, more hippies. Oh, and butterflies for, yep, I have butterflies over here. We're going to have so much fun making this book. So anyways, I will see you guys tomorrow, and I want to thank you. And thank you for all the stars, you guys. That's amazing. I just love it. Thank you so much. And thank you for crafting with Nani. Peace out. No, we have to find a place to put this beads. Don't forget. Don't let me forget that these beads are going to go with it. So we have to find something. It might be cute to figure out how to make it as the closure. So I will see you guys all tomorrow. Thank you so much for crafting with Nani. And groovy, groovy. All right. Bye-bye.